Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Enderal. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today here, having a chat with Magistra Yela, as well as Kali is over there, just listening, and listening to me rambling about things. And she knows where to find the MacGuffin, the new MacGuffin. Where is that?
Where the last cleansing took place. That is where we need to go. And once we are there, you need to listen to the echo.
Of course. You can see what happened back then.
Correct. The echo grants you the ability to feel and relive the memories of this world. But since the High Ones are immaterial and will not reveal themselves to us when we want them to, all we can do is travel back to a point where they did. The last cleansing, where the Pyreans became one of them.
That's a pretty reasonable solution to this problem. I like it. And you want to use the word of the dead on this High One. To enter its mind and steal its, whatever you called it, essence?
Yes. This means that we have to find the holy city of the Pyreans, where the last cleansing took place. The city of floods.
What makes you think the word of the dead will work on a memory? I thought it could only enter the minds of the deceased. The definition here of memory is super hazy. But let's go with it. I don't know what she's gonna reply.
Yes, but we just learned that devouring us is what allows the High Ones to create a new one of their own. In other words, death is what a High One consists of. It's a giant, sentient, and ethereal corpse in a way. If the word of the dead doesn't work on them, it shouldn't work on anything. At least, that is one way to see it. Let us hope I'm right.
So you say they're death incarnate because they devour other people to have offspring? Or they devour people, not other people, they devour people. You do realize we do that? We do eat animals, right? Or are we here as an exclusively vegetarian society? I'm not really sure. Are we also made of death? Will the word of the death... Or no, wait. What is it called? The word of the dead? That's the one. Also work on us. I mean, it does when we die. It's a very roundabout explanation. It would make sense if she knew how it worked. She, as a character, she's just guessing. It doesn't make sense for her to guess something like that. Where are we supposed to find this city of floods?
Well, I hope this place can help us find the answer. If the ancient starlings witnessed the entire cycle of the Pyreans, then they surely knew a lot about the geography of the world as it was back then as well. We need to keep searching. Come, let us go back to the tower.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, right. Take us!
Entities who reproduce by devouring the consciousness of an entire civilization?
Reproduce is
just bizarre.
It's probably not the word.
Is it? Don't we ourselves breed pigs so that we may eat them once they are fat enough?
That's what I said.
In a way, the High Ones are just like us, except that it's our thoughts that they are after rather than our bodies. It bears a certain kind of logic. You cannot deny that.
Knowing that, Korak's story about mankind ascending to another level isn't as far-fetched as it first sounded. We don't cease to exist. We coalesce into something else.
Yeah, the pigs don't cease to exist
Into a
either
High One.
after we eat them.
Yes, but is this new High One
She agrees
really
with that.
us? Or does it just need us to come forth? Yes, we know now that this is how they reproduce.
It's not
We
reproduce.
still know far too little. How did they come into being? How long has this been going on? So many questions.
True, but if I may say so, Magistra, we should save the philosophical questions for after we have stopped the cleansing.
Of course.
It's the reproduction is the wrong word for this. They're making new ones. Sure, they can be their offspring in the sense that, you know, they're their parents or
Well then,
and
let's
whatever.
see what...
Kermai?
What?
They are here. They have been here all along.
Great, I told you.
Why? Where by the righteous path were you?
He was a fool to bring you here. You soil-born are too dangerous. You've always been. But he was too blinded by his dream to finally finish her and sail home.
I don't like
Finish
this
her?
Magistra.
Oh, the
What are you
ship.
talking about, Kermai? The fact that the ancient starlings left this city doesn't have anything to do with
He
us.
just said they're
You-
here.
Talking. Darn it, you are so ignorant.
Darn
they
it.
are here, but they won't reveal themselves to us because they don't accept your presence. Because you are unworthy of them.
Okay, can you talk to them in our stead? Because that's more or less what we need. Let's see what options we have over here. Kurmai, this place has been deserted for centuries. Yeah, there was a century-years-old skeleton outside, out in the sky. Definitely not for centuries, but let's go with that. Whatever it is you're thinking of doing right now, don't. You'll regret it. I'll make sure of that. Okay, well, I guess there's no logical solution to this, which would be really to just, you know, go with the raving sky engineer, let him talk to them, and then he tells us what happened, or what's going on and how to stop this whole thing. Let's see. You're rationalizing. That's not what rationalizing is. That's okay. Rationalizing is making something that is, well, turning anything that is irrational into a rational train of thought. So imagine you just, I don't know, just don't like your neighbor, and then you say, oh, I don't like my neighbor because his dog barks too loudly at night. And like, that is rationalizing. That's an example of rationalizing, obviously. An example. He's not, that's definitely not what he's saying, what he's doing. But I'm gonna go with that. Let's see what happens.
He rationalizes? What do you take him for?
Oh,
A
I thought he
fool.
was gonna correct me.
If you would just listen for once in your life, you'd hear them. They're everywhere. He will prove his worth to them. He will show that he deserves to live among them. The soil-born have to die, and
Okay.
then the fathers will reveal themselves. But how?
They will
Kermai,
fart
stop
very
this
loudly.
right now.
Defense system, of course.
Of course, we shall have some Eye of the Storm here. And some potatoes. Can I? Maybe. Let's see what I can do over here. Grilled leek. Oh, I love that. Saturates. That's good. Go. Sneak. Can I shoot you from down
They
here?
will understand.
You won't. Shut up.
To arm.
To arm? We're not in combat. What the freaking hell? I'm looking for a defense system.
Forgive him. It has to be done.
Nope. Hold on. Oh no, he's what?
Find the map and leave.
Find the map?
Run!
Wait. Oh, she's sacrificing herself, I imagine, because she's not gonna have anybody to defend her, and I assume that's for us to survive. Kalia, where are you going? How do you know all this? You need to learn how to explore RPG maps. Holy crap.
By the name of the sun, that was close.
The name of the sun?
Wait,
The name of the sun?
wait.
Oh, the Sunborn.
Do you hear that?
I see that.
Mirage.
That's fine, don't worry about it. I'm super good at this. Oh, hi. Hi. Oh, I'm detected. That is less good.
That was all of them, I think.
I don't think so.
Saira,
What?
what happened up there? The Magistra. She didn't deserve it.
Okay. Let me just fix the game a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay. Well, she sort of... I don't think she did. Oh, I can't lower the volume. Actually, I can. No, but if I do, it's a big mess. Kurmai, she seemed to have activated some kind of alarm. Or he seemed, actually. Kurmai is the one upstairs. These machines, that one right there, they must have been designed to defend the city.
Yes, of course. But what now, Saira? We now know what the Numinos is, but we still need a map to help us find the City of 1,000 Floods. And surviving these creatures will be a challenge too.
Well, yeah, but you know, what about the airship though? We need that to we need to warn Jaspar. Well, not really Jaspar, but Legion at least.
Yes, you're right. We do. That means back to the dock. Come on, let's get back to that elevator.
I was gonna say. Okay.
So.
That's good. Will we be okay? I don't want to use the kill command. Okay, I don't know how these... There we go.
That was all.
No, you are so bad at this. Is it because I'm sneaking? I bet it's because I'm sneaking. At least they don't blow up. That was all of them. It's when we get the kill screen. There it is. God mode to the rescue. This the console is just great in Bethesda role-playing games. Like it just serves to forgive so many jank, so much jank in their games, like bad level design. You're just TCL. Did you get stuck in a rock? TCL. Do you not like how many hours it's taking for you to kill the enemy that's in front of you for no reason whatsoever? DGM. Do you want your companion to follow you a little bit faster because they are slow as molasses? Well, you click them and then add attribute willpower. No, not willpower. Speed 100 or something to that extent. That was a. Oh.
So much for that.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I need to find another way back down.
Correct. Let's go around.
I can't hear you over the. Boy, she didn't. You did not need to talk to me about that. There was no need for dialogue there.
Magic dead.
Well,
she was already a keeper long before the Grandmaster was even born. It's just not fair.
Well, fairness. Yeah, it's complicated. It's complicated. She did talk about all the things that I was criticizing, so you know. That's not a reason to kill anyone. I'm kidding. I see that though.
That looks good.
Does it?
Let us hope it also leads us down the tower.
It is. It leads us to the Botanicum.
Yes.
What? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm just. I was clicking on the door. She showed up and be like, "Hi," and yeah, that didn't quite work as intended. As long as she doesn't see that was all of them. Every time I kill someone, can you sneak? Because I love you if you sneak. This is an awesome level. Oh yes, this is an awesome level. There's machines though. Oh crap.
There.
Yeah. That's not all of them. Hi. Ooh, that was a critical attack, not a sneak attack. Oh, that's you, Kalia. I'm so sorry. You shouldn't be there, though. Can you keep it cool? Are we cool? Yep.
Enemies, get ready.
No shizzles. Oh, hi. That's one of them gone. Oh, that's one. Okay, these guys blow up. Okay. Good stuff. Where's the other one? There you are. Okay. Oh. Okay, I have TGM disabled, right? Yes. Good. So they're all gone now. Let's get a torch out so we can see things a little bit better. A bunch of arrows down here. That's because they bounce off of those guys, but I can't pick them up. Not that I would want to anyway. Because I don't use them like that. I wonder what that is in the middle of the room. Super conspicuous and hard to spot. Got some alchemical ingredients around here, and more importantly, an ice claw. That is great. Where am I right now? 580 with the new one. Pretty great. I mean, it could be better. In Morrowind, I used to make... I'm not sure if I did that for the Let's Play that I did of Morrowind. But if you add just a lot of strength or a lot of feather... Feather, I think is the name of the spell. You can have carry weights of around 1200. Which is lovely and amazing. An orange tree. That's not an orange tree. This one kind of looks like one. The leaves at least do. Okay. Let's go to the center and see what this is. It looks like one of the... There's an item. I don't remember the name of the item, but there's an item that kind of looks like this. But it is not. So we came from up there. I would imagine... Yeah, this goes places. And that's the sound that I was hearing. Very loud, as always. I do not... There you go. That's the stuff. Leading shots is always a lot of fun. Unless I miss, in which case it's less fun. Because it's not rewarding, they don't die. Okay. We pulled it off though. Save the game just in case. Okay, this is a completely different area. Not completely different area, but a distinct area. Oh, come on. Thought he was moving. That's why I led the shot. Okay. That's a kill. Nasty enemies. Like, in melee, this would have been a really tough fight. I'm glad I'm not in melee. It's more fun this way. I wonder. Yeah, it wouldn't be more fun this way if I was gonna say I wonder how they would make a game like this without stealth archery being more fun. There's a way to do that. Dark Souls does that. That's basically it, really. You just need a proper combat system. Melee combat system. There we go. Either that or just make it all about your character skill. We have a bunch of things in here and a Starling sword. It doesn't matter. Yeah, if it's all about your character's combat skill and your abilities and whatnot, then it becomes more of a traditional role-playing game in the sense that that you're just, you know, hunting for stats and items and all that sort of stuff. And being like, I'm gonna use this ability here because this allows me to do nya nya nya, and then this nya 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 thing and all that. Of course, you need to have those abilities as well. If you just simply hack and slash, then it becomes... Well, it needs to be item searching. Because, no, like Diablo 2 is simply hack and slash. It's got nothing to do with your melee skills or whatnot. But it's still fun. It just needs, you know, it's a different game. It's a different sort of game. And so, this way is just mostly stealth, which I do enjoy. Recently finished the second installment of the Thief series on Twitch, and that's also all about stealth, although not necessarily stealth action, because I wasn't killing people. I was knocking them down, but okay, this goes up. But that was still a lot of fun. Okay, is this the big machine that we killed? Do they have anything? They do have things. The dynamo is what I was thinking of. Thank you, game, for reminding me. And also, I didn't pick the nice things out of the other machines. It's fine. We don't need the nice things. Because it's only about the money. Let's get this stuff out. let's go upstairs. Now, this upstairs is gonna... There's a door. Is that a door? That looks like a door. Why would they do that? Why would they put a head in that? That's just pipes. Probably a release valve of sorts. Just a pressure regulator or whatever. But they put a head on it, and it looks like a person. Why would they do that? Not the creators of the game. Why would the... Oh no, I didn't mean to do this. This is outside. I meant to go upstairs, and I will go upstairs. Why did the starlings do that? Don't go! Don't...
Kirosh. That doesn't look good.
I didn't see it. Where in the blazes is the ship?
I don't know. This flying steel creature must have noticed them.
Oh, you noticed it was steel. I didn't... My god, can you please... My god, game... How do these characters... It's getting more intensive about it. How do these characters know all this stuff? I didn't notice that it was steel. It looked like a dragon to me. Like... sure, whatever. I'm just glad you weren't down there when it happened.
Yes.
Well, I say we look for the map now, and then we'll need to find another way out of here.
Yes. That would be the most reasonable thing to do. But as long as that alarm is active, this place is a death trap.
It's fine.
In other words, we need to find a way to switch it off.
How?
Well, that's what we need to find out. But do you remember that Sarai that Kurmai told us about when we first entered the tower? He said it meant something like workshop. I suppose that's our best chance. Come on, let's get back inside.
Somebody in the comments proposed that Sarai means sure AI, or it's like a play on the sure AI thing, which is the AI name that they gave to their just normal run-of-the-mill AI that they have in Skyrim, because that's one of the strategies of Bethesda. They just come up with revolutionary names for it, and hey, look, we have a new engine. It totally isn't the same engine that we've been using since Morrowind. No, it's the Creation Engine 3.5A/B/A/1 or something. Well, but there we go. At least it was a good thing that we went there, and we found that it was bad to find the ship. And I remember, believing they had the Radiant AI. That's right. They called it the Radiant AI. The thing is, like, I think it's gotta be the marketing team that screws it up, because Oblivion had some serious screw-ups on the marketing. Well, two specifically serious screw-ups on the marketing. They don't get brought up very often, either of them. But one of them was how the marketing really hyped up the game. Was just so you see how weird it is. The game was marketed, or was announced, as having procedurally generated forests, and it doesn't. It never was nobody ever, after the game was released, nobody was like, whoa, they said it was procedurally generated forests, and it's not. It's all hand placed. But yeah, it was super weird. The thing about the procedurally generated forest was that they studied. They had promotional material talking about it. They studied with biologists and geologists and all that sort of stuff to learn how erosion worked and all that sort of stuff, and to make their algorithm or whatever that would then procedurally generate the forests. And it was never explained if they were procedurally generated before the game was launched, or like, one thing is to have like Minecraft, where the world is just procedurally generated, sure. But another thing is to, like in Minecraft, there's a seed, right? So if you always play with it, that's how procedural generation works. It doesn't have to be how it works, but it is how it usually works. So if you have a seed, that basically locks the generation into that seed, where the calculation will always give the same result. Which means that if you play the same seed, you're effectively playing the same map, even though the map is being procedurally generated by your computer every time you make a new one. So they never said that there was going to be multiple seeds for the procedural generation. They never said that the algorithm was going to be in the game for the procedural generation, so they could even make it themselves procedurally generated, like at Bethesda's offices, and just, you know, just save it as a map, which is totally a reasonable thing to do. But they didn't do that. That was all hand placed. That was one of the things with Oblivion. Another one was the soft shadows. They had soft shadows in the engine, which they still don't have, by the way. They do, actually. Skyrim does it. Yeah, I forgot about it. Look, you see this stuff? Yeah, Skyrim doesn't have shadows, basically. It doesn't have any shadows. It only has world shadows. Like, it doesn't have even wall shadows. That's how bad shadows are. Oh, of course it has, like, shadows from people. But yeah, Morrowind had that as well. This Oblivion is the same shadow engine as Morrowind, and they had all this dynamic shadowing engine that just made everything look good. Oh, it also has self shadows. I forgot. Morrowind has self shadows, which is the shadows that your character casts on themselves. But yeah, like, you had a mug, it didn't have a shadow, and it's super weird. It's super janky, and still things don't have shadows. Look at this. It's not, you know, shadows are super intensive on the hardware, of course, so they had to design it for console, for actually the Xbox 360. But computer could handle it. They didn't care about it, though. I think the 360 could handle it as well, just didn't know how to optimize it, because it does take a lot of work. But they announced it, and they had all these videos about how the shadows were going to be there and whatnot. But that wasn't even the thing. The thing that I was talking about is the AI. The Shore AI, or rather the Radiant AI that they had, was actually a reasonable idea to have a deep and complicated system of AI where the characters would have, oh nice, the characters would have alliances, you know, because basically their tasks and their like, if they were a hunter or if they were a guard and all that sort of stuff, and everything would work well. Like dynamically, without having to be scripted and all that sort of stuff, which is mostly how AI works these days anyway. But for back then, it was a pretty revolutionary thing. They scaled it back so much, though, because obviously they had to make things, you know, the more variables you add on a dynamic system, the more complicated it's going to be. So you're going to need testing is going to be the biggest time sink. So they basically scaled it back so it would make it less complicated. Even then, it had bugs like hell in Skyrim, but he mostly, in Oblivion, sorry, he mostly could just reload. Where is Kalia? What happened to her? There she is. She doesn't know where I am. Yeah, Radiant AI, huh? Or Shore AI. Anyway, lovely place, but we're out of time for the day. So for right now, I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been, I was gonna say Skyrim, but nope. It has been Enderal. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.